Hi, I'm Nicola and I'm a personal trainer, and the name of my business is Elevation Personal Training. I know Kate through the Athena network where I am a member. So today what I wanted to talk to you about is my top tips for dealing with the menopause, which may be happening to some of us right now, or it may be around the corner for some of us. I know certainly mine is impending. So majority of my clients are women over the age of 40 and beyond. So I've got quite a lot of experience with working within this demographic. And the first thing that I will say is that we have to really be mindful and respect our energy levels and the varying symptoms that we may get from the menopause. So my first tip is to be kind to yourself and give yourself some self-compassion. Beating yourself up because you feel too tired to do a workout, or beating yourself up because maybe you've not made the healthiest food choices is not really going to help at all. So my number one tip is self-compassion. Be compassionate to yourself, and it's not letting yourself off the hook. It's merely sort of just looking at yourself and thinking, yeah, that's okay for me to feel like that. That's perfectly all right. I don't always have to feel like I've got to give it my absolute 100%. Next is looking at your exercise. Okay, so strength training is really, really important for any perimenopause or menopausal client. The reason for this is that bone density does decrease quite quickly from the age of about 35, and it decreases even more during menopause, meaning that women are going to be more at risk for things like osteoporosis. Now, one of the best things we can do to help our bones is to stay active. Okay, so look at your general movement on a day-to-day basis. How much are you moving? I would always say get a fit tracker and aim for sort of 7,000 steps plus each day if you can. I realise that can be quite tricky for some of us that have desk jobs. So look at increasing your movement on a day-to-day basis. Secondly, I'm going to recommend strength training. So this is the majority of the training that I do with my clients. So strength training can involve bands. It can involve weights such as dumbbells, kettlebells and barbells. And it can just involve your body as well. So you could just do push-ups and squats. Body weight exercises, again, really, really good part of a strength training regime. So I'd say you want to be aiming to do 2 to 3 30-minute strength training sessions a week for the beginner. And you want to be making sure that you're progressing with that, so that each week you are either increasing the load, so either increasing how much weight you're lifting, or you're increasing the reps. It depends what equipment you have available to you as to how that would work. So strength training twice a week, very important, and also increasing your daily movement as well. Next, I'd recommend some cardio training, perhaps twice a week, moderate intensity cardio, so you wouldn't necessarily be completely out of breath. You could say a sentence, but you're aware that you're doing it. Next, nutrition. So I always recommend to my perimenopausal clients and menopausal clients to really look at your protein intake. So a lot of us aren't really eating enough protein. You want to be aiming for a palm size amount each mealtime, and you want to be including some protein rich snacks in there as well. The reason why I always recommend protein is that, again, it's going to really, really help with your resistance training. It's going to be great for your muscles. It's also going to make you feel fuller for longer. So it actually takes quite a lot of energy to digest protein. So you actually burn calories. Your body works a lot harder to digest protein than it does any other macronutrient. And again, if we've got a decent high protein diet, then it goes back to helping out with the bone density as well. So do try and look at your protein and aim for those amounts. You haven't got to be really strict and start weighing it every day unless you really want to, but I'd say at least a palm size amount every mealtime, and 2 to 3 protein rich snacks as well. So things like Greek yogurt, feta cheese, whey protein as well, which is something that I quite like using. Again, wide range of fruits and veggies as well. pretty standard advice that I'd give to anybody, not just someone that is going through the menopause. But yeah, so my top tips again, just to recap, they are going to be self-compassion to self. So don't beat yourself up. Don't give yourself a hard time. Strength training. So strength training at least 2 to 3 times a week for a 30-minute session for beginners. Look at increasing your daily movement as well, getting those steps up, and looking at some moderate intensity cardio as well. And don't forget your protein. Make sure you get plenty of protein in. So yeah, I'm Nicola, Elevation Personal Training. If you'd like to speak to me and book a free discovery call to learn how I could help you with your perimenopausal and menopausal symptoms, then please drop me a message or comment below. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.